everyone! Welcome to Fear Factor with Ina Senpai and Shiori Novella.
Ooh.
Yeah, so Ina, I need you to just talk and introduce your lovely self while I spam. Is audio good to everyone? Ina? Hello? Oh no, Discord! Oh no! Hold up, Discord's been really weird. Okay, sorry, I don't know why, but Discord kicked me out again. I was like, Ina, are you okay?
I was like, as soon as you were talking, you were gone. I was like,
No, it's not your fault. I don't know why. I think it's just a bad day for everything. Okay, could you introduce your lovely self again?
Well, before I disappear, hello, this is Ina. Ina is from Hololive English Smith.
It's great to see you here.
Thank you for having me.
I thought you were trolling me for a second. I thought you just like immediately silenced yourself. Like, this is my time.
I was like getting ready to walk. I was like, okay, I'm ready. And then you were gone.
And then the wad disappeared. It's like, wow. Why'd she go?
Where'd she go?
Alright, Ina Senpai. So today I invited you to talk about fears.
Oh, I fear nothing.
Are you sure? We were about to find out though.
But that thing, it scares me. We'll find out.
That's called my cooking.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, Ina, are you a big fan of horror or just kind of neutral about it?
I think I'm just neutral. Like I'm not in the I love it, hate it thing. It's just like, you know, I'll try it out if it comes down to it, but I won't like seek it out kind of person.
Despite your lore and your theme, and not really too into horror, huh? It's just like it's one of those things.
I think people like read, you know, like the little lore bit that we have, like our background lore story. It's like she started streaming to deliver sanity checks to humanity. They didn't expect the sanity checks to be puns.
Enough. So today, my idea was, at first I was thinking of doing horror tropes, but to be honest, I feel like they're kind of standard, and surprisingly, a lot of people didn't answer with horror tropes on their biggest fears. Instead, it was just very common things. For example, the first fear that we can talk about, and we'll just discuss what we think about it, is aging. I think
what
I always say?
I always say this to chat. We all die someday. We're dying right now, so
that's true. But I think it's different because, like, I think death is not as scary as dying. You know?
Oh,
yeah.
I'm just like, every time you breathe, you're one step closer to death.
That is also true. Your heart beating right now is actually driving you eventually to death.
Exactly.
Are you scared of aging by any chance? Let me also poll everyone.
I don't think I'm really scared, but like for the longest time when I was growing up, like it didn't really occur to me that I was growing old because, like, I guess some of my viewers know, but I'm like the youngest out of both sides of my mom and my dad's family, and they both have like 6 siblings.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm like the youngest of like my generation of, you know, kids in the family, right? So growing up, I was just like always the youngest one, and then like it didn't really occur to me that I was like getting older until like I was already like babysitting other kids, and I was just like, wait, I'm not the baby anymore.
That's actually a good point. Now that I think about it, when I was younger, I had a friend. She had 2 siblings. And I remember them as like they were babies, they were little kids, you know. It's like, oh yeah, how's your little bro doing? And then all of a sudden, one of the bros is like, he has facial hair now, and he has a girlfriend. It's like, what happened? I thought it's only been a few years.
I haven't seen you and you have a full-on beard now.
Yeah, what happened? It's like, oh yeah, you know, just regular things. Now I work to get stuff for my girlfriend and all that.
Actually, it's like when when I was like still going to school and stuff, it was my dad doing my taxes, and as soon as I was like, "Yeah, you gotta do your own taxes now," I'm just like, "What?"
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, taxes are actually the actual legit sign of adulthood. Now that I think about it, yeah. Now you owe everything money.
Yeah, and you're just like, and like, while I was in school, my parents always used to tell me studying is like, studying as like a student is probably like the easiest, because when you're in school, you're just like, oh, studying is so hard, I have so much assignments and stuff, and they're just like, you don't know what it's like.
I think
just
it's
having to study, it's simple.
It's a different burden though, if you think about it, because growing up, you have like the emotional imbalance, and you're still trying to figure out who you are and how to deal with the world. So I think it's still valid to be stressed about it.
But Shiori, I still am.
Oh, there. You're doing great. You do your best at your Lovecraftian studies.
I try, but it's so hard.
Alright, so far, my understanding of this is that it's like, you think about it and then you may be scared, but it's like, it's not that scary, you know? Not that scary for a majority of us anyway.
Yeah.
The next one. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's not that scary.
Yeah. I think it's probably scarier depending on if you're a little closer to death, though, I guess.
I mean, I think like some people are okay with it. It's just like, oh, it's just nature. Nature's course.
Very graceful with aging, I suppose. Alright, this next one. This one I saw a lot, actually. For heights.
It's pretty common, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But do you go to amusement parks and go to roller coasters by any chance?
The thing is, I'm not scared of heights, but I just don't like the feeling of like, like the acceleration as you're going down.
Oh, yeah.
Things. It's like, I couldn't handle it when I was a kid. I can kind of handle it now. But yeah, it's not like a fear of heights itself, I think.
I think, yeah, I guess it makes sense. Roller coasters, they're meant to scare you in the first place. But heights itself, I think if you're standing atop maybe, I don't know, a skyscraper or a very tall building, you're just there. You kind of know you're safe, perhaps. Unless you look down, then you might have the anxiety running through you.
Yeah, like, those like skyscrapers that have the glass floors?
Oh,
and I know,
yeah.
People who are scared of heights, they can't even go on the glass. But I'm okay with going on the glass, so.
People are saying they have the fear of falling. But that's kind of coinciding with height, though, because falling from, like, the bed is one thing, but then falling from somewhere really high up, then you're kind of screwed.
So it's the fear of falling from heights, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be valid. Personally, I don't think I'm scared of it. Now, if I go skydiving, then yeah, I would be definitely scared, because that's different.
Definitely.
Yeah. Alright. So for this one, people are actually mixed. It's almost even. 50-50-ish. 51% now for nah. Fear of falling.
Yeah, I feel like fear of heights just comes from the fear of falling. Like, the thought of falling. So,
yeah.
They're closely related, I feel.
But I wonder what situation you'd be in where you'd end up like, ooh, plat. I had to do the sound effects there.
Except when you get isekai, you end up on the top of a skyscraper and you're just like...
Oh, now that I think about it, there's some movie about this. Well, they weren't isekai, but they're two people who climbed up a giant pole for I don't know why, and then they're stuck on that pole.
Was it a movie or?
Why is this music all chanting? Sorry, it's kind of nice actually. I'm gonna keep this music. I don't know, some Latin chanting just happened in my playlist.
Oh, I think it's a little. If you're hearing chanting, it might be a little too late for you.
I like it though. I shower to chanting music. Alright, next one. Heights. I think it's fairly scary. Fairly scary.
Yeah.
Oh, so this one was interesting. I saw this every now and then. The fear of missing out.
Oh.
Yeah. This one kind of intrigued me. Let me also do this. Does this scare you? Do you get scared of getting... Well, I think there's like being left out on purpose. And then there's the other side, just like you kind of just miss out, but you were prepared for it, perhaps.
Oh, I don't know if this is like a fear for me, but I guess it's just like kind of sad when, let's say you're busy doing something and then your friends were like, oh, we hung out and now we have this inside joke, and you're just like,
oh yeah, that makes sense. I don't think I have a fear for it, but I think the feeling of you were kind of left behind, it does stick around, but you don't anticipate it, I think. Instead it slaps you in the face.
Yeah, it's just like, well, yeah, guys, you guys had fun. That's great.
I think
great,
like
single tear.
Aww, they're there. Maybe it's important to sort of update the friend group if something does happen. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, I think like sometimes it's like, let's say there's like a school project or like a school, like I guess like a special thing that like certain students can go to, and then like a couple of your friends are able to go to it, but you're not, and you're just like, oh.
Actually, so this one wasn't really me being left out, but there is a field trip once where we go to jail, but that's a different story. So the field trip, I did, yeah,
You did
multiple times technically, but
don't worry, I won't call the authorities.
I mean, even if you do, it's not gonna do anything, you know. I've already escaped a few times, you know. So what happened was, my friend, she forgot her permission slip to go to jail, and so she ended up missing out. But I was stuck there. But without her, it didn't feel as fun, you know. So it's like, wow, this kind of sucks.
You know, out of context, it sounds like you guys are playing Monopoly or something. It's like she forgot her go to jail card.
No, not Monopoly. At least not this time.
But yeah, I feel like, especially for prison, you would need a permission slip to go, because you know,
it's jail.
Otherwise, you know, you'd be there because you didn't have permission to go elsewhere. Perhaps, you know.
Oh
yeah.
You just received a fear from Scary Walrus. I don't remember if I put this on the list, but we'll go ahead and discuss it now. So, Walrus has a fear of being in an open field and then gravity just stops.
Oh.
Is that something you fear? Gravity just like breaking? I think we'd all perish then, now that I think about it.
I don't think I just like mentally know that gravity just doesn't break at all, so I don't think I'm that scared of it.
Same.
Actually,
I think just...
Yeah, go ahead.
I think like I don't anticipate it, so maybe that's why I'm not scared of it.
Yeah. But then as soon as I heard that, I'm just like, oh, that's just like the anime movie Fatima Emperor.
Oh, if it does happen, it'll be terrifying, but we'd also be screwed.
Man, my otaku brain is just like, yeah.
It's a very cute brain. It's a nice, lovely brain. I would eat.
It's just full of anime.
No, that's okay. It's good. Alright, so the next one. And for the fear of missing out, not a lot of people seem to be scared about it. I think it's just like, it happens.
It's more of a sad, kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I wish I was there.
It's like, I wish I increased my social links.
I think my social links are rusty.
Oh, it's okay. We'll patch it up. We'll clean it. I don't know how to get rid of rust though, but we'll hang in and do that. So, okay. I fear this. I fear sudden change. Let me rephrase. I fear very sudden change. If it's like a gradual, slow one, you're not gonna notice it. But if you look at yourself like right now and then maybe review your life or try to predict like things in the future, yeah, you'll be like freaked out.
I think I do agree with this one because I feel like even if you expect change, like you just when it actually happens, you're just like, and you just don't want that, you know. Even if it's like a good change, it's just like unfamiliar to you, so it's just like your body just doesn't accept it much, you know.
Yeah, I don't like sudden change. I need something to cling on to.
I think even if it was a gradual change, once you realize it, you're just like, oh, there's like a point where you realize you can never go back, and you're just like, well, I wish that did never happen. Kind of thing,
yeah.
You know?
Like
not
trauma.
A good feeling. Yeah. It's not a good
trauma.
feeling. And that feeling, it scares me sometimes.
But I guess it's like that negative bad changes be bad. But you're not gonna know if it's bad until you're already in the midst of it, you know? And then that sucks.
Yeah.
You can't control it. Yeah. So, I think a lot of people seem to be very scared of change as well.
I think it's just human nature to just be like, you know, just
it's like maybe like getting a new job. That could be sort of scary.
Stay the same path we were walking down, you know. Let's not just do a sharp left turn.
Someone mentioned that stagnation may be worse. This was made by sorry if I messed up your name. Kason. Is stagnation scary for you guys? Let's also do this one because I would be interested in knowing. I can see why people might be scared of stagnation though.
I think that's not more like a. I mean, maybe it is a fear because, like, for me, I get like repeating the same thing over and over really tires me out. Like mentally. So I'm just like, I do like to try new things here and there because of it. But maybe it's me doing that stems from like internal, not really a fear, but like awareness of, you know, the dangers of stagnation.
I think for me, I don't mind stagnation if it's a nice stable stagnation. If it's a stagnation that's just kind of like I'm already depressed and then the depression continues, then I think that would be very sadgy. But if it's just like idyllic, peaceful, then maybe it's okay. But I could see why I might need a change every now and then, because then it's like I need something to happen.
Yeah, I think like what was it? Your brain wants what's that?
Excitement.
What's that thing? Yeah, excitement. Like no matter what. So having, you know, the same thing over and over again, your brain's just like, and it no longer feels the same like stimulation. Dopamine. That was like,
yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's like you need. I guess you need a challenge. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this one question. This was made by Gaira. So they asked, how much did our lives change after joining Hololive, and how scary was it? Was there any particularly scary part for you when you became the beautiful Lovecraft Eldritch beauty you are?
when I picked up the book.
Yeah.
I don't think it was like a scary change. It was more like a kind of just like I kind of wasn't conscious of like the impact as much until like I looked back after some quiet time. I'm just like, I probably wouldn't be in the same place if I didn't, you know, in another world where I didn't join kind of thing, you know.
You'd be
Like
breaking people's minds willy-nilly.
No, I'll
But here
probably
you got puns.
I'll probably just stick to only talking to myself with my puns. Probably not as many people with their minds broken with puns. Or, I don't have people shouting wah here and there.
but it's a nice change, you know?
Yeah,
They
it's
can't
nice
get enough
change.
of you, yeah.
Ah.
I think
yeah,
was there anything like scary by any chance? Or just like it's just like
It's not really something scary, but there has been like, friendship changes and like relationship changes with people around me. So it was
that makes sense actually.
Yeah, so it was just like it's something I can't really help.
Yeah.
It just happened.
It's a little interesting though. That just becoming known that you have invaded the human world and so on. It's like everyone from there starts showing up and they might think differently of you just because of you being more public or something.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to be like a bother to a lot of people around me, but I know like people around me get, approached about me, so I don't want that to happen. So
yeah.
Don't bother them, and then like it's just like, oh, are we still friends? Kind of thing.
For me, I'm more scared of for people who wish for more knowledge. If they might target someone, I get scared for their sake. It's like,
yeah, exactly. It's like I don't want like my existence and like my role in the world to bother other people. So that's
yeah.
It's not a fear, but it's kind of like
concern.
I wish it didn't happen.
It's valid. It's valid. Okay, so we'll keep going on, and then we'll come back to the other specified fears if we have some time. Okay. So, okay, yeah. Screw this.
Open water. Oh.
You're like the deep sea, essentially.
I don't think I really fear it because I like water.
I like water, but if you've ever played Subnautica, open water's pretty freaking scary.
I think I'd be scared, or I would be scared of like being stranded alone in the ocean. Because I've seen clips of like the cruises and stuff. They like randomly stop during their cruise, and because like the captain sees like a life like boat out in the water, and like people would take like a video of it, and you can't see the lifeboat until it gets pretty close to you. So imagine like you being out and stranded in the middle of the ocean. You're just like, oh, guess I'll die.
I don't mind open water, but that's because the likelihood of me being in the middle of open water is very slim, except when I get kidnapped by my relatives. Then yeah. Then I'll probably be in the smack dab of middle of nowhere. I think it's just scary if... I think you're right. It's if you're stranded.
Yeah, it's like not a fear of the open water itself. It's just like the fear of
if you're
being
stuck.
stranded, like without anyone around you.
Yeah.
Just you and your lifeboat. Just like Life of Pi, Just you, the boat.
Never got to watch it. I heard it was good. Oh yeah, the tiger.
The tiger was all CG.
Oh, well, I mean that makes sense. You don't want to put them in a real tiger.
Then, I'm just like, how do you act with just like a styrofoam green, block and act as if there's a tiger on the boat? I'm just like, that's just wow.
I think maybe some scenes they had a human person crawl on all fours to pretend they were the tiger. Maybe, but I don't know. That's what they did with Twilight. Jacob was dressed up in some gray suit.
I remember that. I'm just like, I was watching those like behind the scenes I think it was like a compilation of like behind the scenes movie things that you didn't know, and it was like Twilight was filmed with people in tights, and I'm just like, man, actor is such a hard job.
It is. It is. It's like I don't think I could take it seriously if someone was dressed up like that. It's
Yeah,
like, hello, great little guy.
I'd have to be like super in the moment to like not laugh at all. I'm just like,
Yeah. Even if Bella rarely has any emotions, she at least is able to act a little.
yeah.
So, for people with open water, a majority do seem scared of it, which I think is fair for anyone who's ever played Subnautica, or at least being stranded there. Oh, now that I think about it, this is kind of random, but riptides, I've naturally never experienced one, but they scare me because they happen out of nowhere, and then you might be in open water.
Yeah, the waves are actually so strong because I used to really like swimming in the ocean and stuff as well when I was a kid, but like it's scary, like waves. If you trip wrong and then you can't catch your breath after waves and waves of water, especially when you're a kid, that's how you drown. Like it's scary. Nature is scary.
Yeah, she cute though. Fana cute.
I do agree. She's kind of cute. She's kind of scary.
But for riptides, is that only if you're sort of far away from where it's recommended, or they come towards you even if you're really close to the shore? Does anyone know out of curiosity? I shall wait on it a little while people are complimenting Fauna. Oh, they're out of nowhere. It's both. Oh man, that's scary. Maybe that's why I should
have you
stick to
ever
pools.
seen like the post about like if you see square waves in the water? Is that riptides? I don't know.
A square wave. I need to Google this.
Like the waves look like waffles, like the pattern. Apparently, like those are so dangerous. You have to like get out of there. ASAP. Square waves.
Okay, but I don't think I would know. Oh no, I see it. It's like a grid line. Honestly, I think I'd be too dumb to notice that unless I have an aerial view.
Yeah, same. I'd be like, waves are kind of weird. Like I'm going left and
waffles.
right.
Let me go in.
Don't mind if I do. But yeah.
Let's see, yeah, I guess they're called. What does it mean? Two ocean swells colliding perpendicular. So basically, you're gonna get swept away by two ocean swells.
Wonderful.
Dang, water.
You know, ocean, like, as much as I love the ocean and like the beach and like the sound of the ocean, the smell of the ocean, it's a scary place. Like, I feel like we probably know more about like the space around us than like the deep ocean.
Yeah.
It's scary to think about it.
It do be. Alright, so even lakes have riptides. Dang. Actually, I don't swim in lakes. I kind of fear them for some reason. I think I fear that there's more pollution there for some odd
Honestly,
reason.
I feel the same because every time I go cause I think during school and stuff, like my classmates would go to like the lakes and like the community lakes and stuff, or like lakes nearby to swim and stuff. I mean, I always feel so much more like sketchy in the lake than if I was like swimming in the ocean.
Yeah, I think I prefer the ocean because, like, even if I know fish pee in it, at least it's a big, gigantic open water compared to like a little smaller lake. It's still big, but it's smaller compared to that.
I think it's just like also like for me the fact that like I know lakes have water coming in and out, but it seems more stagnant than like the ocean. So I feel like there's like more, you know, stuff growing in
parasites.
Yeah.
So for our next fear, oh yeah, no contest, absolutely.
You know that gif of the dog having like the PTSD moment? It's staring into blank space. That's me with failure.
Oh no, but you're great. You're great. You're amazing. You're doing fantastic. You're the cutest.
I think I don't know. I feel like this is. I know there might be some people in the world who don't fear it, but just I think it's at least in society these days has just ingrained to us. Like we're just
Yeah, that's true.
scared of failing anything.
You know, I think schools actually put the fear in us, to be honest. Because they have the grading system. They're like, oh, if you fail, you gotta repeat a grade. Or you can't go out for recess and that stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of just taking the time to, like, oh, we'll teach you, little Shiori. Here's how you do algebra. I know you're only 5 years old, but you can do it.
I think, like, what's the worst thing about being scared to fail is that it makes you afraid to try again. And that's, like...
Yeah.
That's not good.
I think it probably depends on, the environment, too, right? If you have a very supportive one... You might not fear failing as much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like some things in life, like you can't afford to fail, you know?
Yeah, oh that's true, that's true. Like a job offer and all that. The interviews.
Yeah. And you're just like it puts so much pressure, like mental pressure on you that it's just like not a good feeling, you know?
Yeah. Actually, so this is in tied with what Durval Lanana said. When your failure has consequences for others around you, it's more terrifying. I feel that in PvP games. I think that's why I don't like them.
Me too. I'm just like, it's fine if I like don't rise in the ranks, but usually, PvP games are like team, games and stuff. I'm just like, sorry, guys.
Yeah, for example, like Smash Bros. Okay, you guys are just coming to fight me, fight me, 1v1 me. But that's okay. But if I had to play something like Fortnite, Apex Legends, all of that stuff, it's like, I'm sorry, I failed you.
I'm just like, I'm sorry, I can't aim.
So then you have the group that's like, oh, that's okay, we're just having funsies. Or like, darn it, Shiori, I'm gonna beat you up after this.
I'm just like, they're never going to play video games with me ever again.
So you're not into PvP, I take it.
No, I mean, I used to like play a little bit to play with friends, but I'd never like was the type to get into it a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're just like trying every now and then, but not major league gaming.
Yeah, I'm just a casual PvE player.
Not surprising. A lot of people also fear failure. You know what? Same. To those who said no, I think it's because maybe they're like more broadened for horizon wise. Like they know they can try again, or they have the support system for it. Like it's okay, Alpha Elite, you did great, you know. But for the 78%, I am not.
Just like us, for real. Just like me, for real.
The next fear we have. Oh, okay. This one we already kind of covered. This kind of went with heights. Yeah. So I'll skip over this one because I think a lot of people don't like falling, and heights is sort of tied it in. Oh, needles.
Needles.
I don't think I'm scared of it actually. I don't like looking at it though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm like indifferent about it. I know as a kid, I wasn't scared, but I kind of didn't like it. Like going for the flu shots and stuff. But like these days, I'm just like, let's get it over with.
Okay, actually, now that I think about it. So, I have this very old memory of little Shiori. I think this is probably the first time I had any sort of injections. So they had to hold me down, and I ran around the room, and they had to catch me. It's like, capture that Pikachu.
Oh, there is one thing that I don't like about the needles, though. It's like, when you get blood tests, you have to get that blood vein, that one vein, in like your elbow or whatever.
I don't think I've seen that for me.
I had so many times. I think my vein is just really hard to get to. I had so many times that they had to poke like multiple times to get that blood vessel, and I'm just like, that's the worst because you end up bruising like so much afterwards. Yeah.
I think the most I remember is when you're going to. Well, I don't know about all of this, but when you go to certain schools, sometimes they require you to take certain like test to have what's it called? Immunity shots. Yeah. So this one time I had a rush. I had to get like 4 shots within like 2 days or 3 days. It's like
oh no.
Each time I just make them put the needle on. I look away, you know. I'm just gonna look over here. One of the things I don't like though is if I'm getting an injection, I don't like seeing the blood rise up. So I have to look away.
I guess I don't really mind. I'm just like, I actually find it cool. I'm just like, ooh, I actually have.
You look like this.
I'm just like, oh, so I do bleed. But no, it's kind of cool. It's just like, ooh.
Would you ever do like, I don't know, this is kind of weird. Would you ever just record it and it's like, look at this guys, show it on here. Check out this TikTok.
No. But then like, I guess it's like one of the worst parts. I think it's actually like the ache you get after you get a shot. So I've developed. It's kind of embarrassing to do it in public, but I've developed a dance. You know, to get the arm moving, so it's not as like, you know, sore at the end because it just like moves it around a lot.
Is it like a very obvious dance or just like?
Yeah, you'd probably laugh at someone if you saw them do it.
It's okay. People laugh at me all the time. It's okay.
Good, because all you have to do is do the chicken dance very intensely.
I'm doing it now, actually. Yeah, I can see why. Alright, guys, next time you get an injection, try the chicken dance and let me know if it helped alleviate the soreness.
Yeah, it does. As long as I believe you get your like arm like moving up and down and around.
It's probably because it's getting the muscles working.
Yeah, as long as you get the muscles like working and kind of massaged, I guess it's good.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think, oh crap, I forgot what the poll was. I think a majority of people were sort of scared of needles. Do you guys remember the numbers? But in the meantime, we'll move on to the next one. I think if you have enough injections, you probably do stop fearing it.
Yeah, as you grow up. Especially these days, you have to get a lot of...
Oh, 76% said no? Oh, not a lot of people were scared.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
I guess recently a lot of people had to get, you know, injections.
Oh, yeah.
Probably less scared because they got used to it.
I wonder how people feel about acupuncture. I actually think that's a little bit more scary because the needles, you don't perfectly get all of it out. So you have these tiny micro needles stuck inside you, from what I was taught.
Really? I'm curious if it actually works because like I've seen like videos of people going, they're just like, oh, it's all better now all of a sudden. I'm just like, I kind of skeptical. I'm just like, does it really work?
I mean, they're such tiny needles. I mean, you might as well just get a massage, really, and then you don't have any risk of getting a needle stuck inside you.
Yeah, I'm just like,
if they're a pro with needles, it could work. Okay, but I don't trust anyone because to be a pro, you have to have made a lot of mistakes to be a pro. So this next one. I think this kind of goes in with aging, but I guess we'll just go with time as a factor. I remember this one was mentioned. Are you scared of time itself?
I do not fear Crony. I can fight her. She'll win, but I can't fight her. I'd win. Actually, I won't. I feel like she'd be feisty. But jokes aside, I feel like time... I guess, like, for me, it's like, I can't... Like, I guess, like, I just know inside, internally, that time just passes. There's nothing I can do about it. And then I just have to accept it. So it's not really a fear. It's more like a... I need to learn to accept it. I need to let go, Ina.
I don't think I fear time simply because... Well, it's the present. I don't have a choice. I don't think too ahead of the future. So I think that's why I'm personally not that scared of it.
Actually, if you mean deadlines, I'm kind of scared of deadlines.
Oh, I don't procrastinate. I'm not like a bad is it called that? Procrastinator? Procrastinator. I don't know. But I get things done kind of early. in those group projects, I'll be the one starting up like the basic outline. Oh, also for those who do group projects in college, if you do a lot of things early on, they'll think that you're ahead of everything, and they'll know that you contributed, so you can slack off at the end of things.
I think the only time I did that was like during art class in school, because it was like I finished my project so fast that I was done like the curriculum for the year.
Wow!
Like
wow!
months early. I was just like doing my other homework in art class.
That's pretty amazing, actually. Look at you. You're a pro.
But for anything else, I'm just like, yeah. If there was one thing, you know, that I can change by going back in time, is like getting the right habits of getting stuff done early. You know, habits are important.
That's true. Eating habits.
Oh, you too.
Yeah.
Actually, we were having a conversation about moldy bread because of the thumbnail art before the stream started.
That's true.
I was telling her, if you see mold on the bread, it means it's already gone. Far, far gone. It's like the victory flag after they take over all the land, you know? And then,
but there's bread that lasts a long time if you put it in the fridge.
It does, but as long it's like not fully conquered by the mold, you know?
Oh, so it might be hidden and I don't even know.
Yeah. So.
Oh, but then like, is this only for visible mold? If you can't see it, then how are you gonna know, right?
You know what they say? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Maybe that's why I'm so strong. Except with liquids. I'm pretty sure I got sick of the cruise ship just because of the flora and the water. It's like it's a different country's water. It's like a different microbes and whatnot. So I think that's what got me sick. Cause I got sick after trying their sample of something called Happy Tea. It did not make me happy.
Does it make you happy, like, in comparison? Because, you know, if you have a bad experience, then you know that what you get is happier. So maybe that's...
I don't know, but I'm never gonna try the tea again. So for people fearing time, it seems like a majority don't fear. It's kind of close though. It seems like enough people are at least scared of Crony.
Fear Crony.
Yeah.
Or she will fly and then T-pose at you. Capital T.
I still like to think of her as a helicopter, to be honest.
I mean, she does fly.
That's true.
But she does have a giant, you know...
Clock, yeah. The next one. I remember reading this comment. So this person said they feared fate. And that's because the idea, like, you don't have a choice and everything's predetermined by you is pretty scary.
Only thing fate I'm scared of is the Conjuring. No. What? What gotcha?
What?
Gotcha
What?
bad civilization.
Oh, I see. Naruhodone. I was wondering if I should get into Fate, but I already got Fire Emblem right now.
I don't know. I don't really believe in fate. That's the thing. It's like, I don't think we're like set on a path.
Yeah.
It's just life happens, you know? So
Out of curiosity, did you see the animation for I think it was like Myth Bad End?
Oh yeah, of course.
So you
It's
can
hard to
defy
find
that.
people who hasn't watched it. So good.
It's true. You can defy the bad end, is what you're saying.
I mean, I feel like that's a what if situation and not like a right now situation, you know?
That's true. We're in the good route, guys. We're in the true end.
Yeah, we're in the good end now.
Oh, they're making another animation. Oh, maybe it's called Good End.
I think it's like a sequel.
Oh, that was neat. They
Looking
worked so
forward
hard
to
on
it.
it.
Yeah, Alton's just a blank book basically. It doesn't really do much, you know. there's a game I'm playing called Fate Samurai Remnant right now.
Oh
And
yeah,
there's,
is that
like,
the
a
samurai
talking-
one?
Yeah, and there's like a talking book there, and I'm just like, that book is so like capable of doing things. I'm just like looking at my own book, and I'm just like,
It's like, I wish my book could talk.
I mean, my book does talk. No one else hears it, but it doesn't really do much. And if it does do something, it probably, end the world. I'm just like, can I refund it?
Return it at Barnes and Nobles, I think.
Honestly, I don't know if I still have the receipt.
Yeah, it's probably too late to refund it, Ina, unfortunately.
Yeah, guess I'll just have to keep it. Do you think I can just like sneak it into, your archive one day and just like switch around the book?
Oh, and then for me to look it up, it's like, oh, what's this?
I don't have to read it, but I'll just stick it in somewhere random. I'll stick it in the
I have
section.
to read it. I have to self-insert myself in a lot of things.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's fine. I don't know if
I think it'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure you've read worse things.
Yeah. People were recommending me this thing called, I think it's called My Immortal.
My Immortal, what's that?
I don't know. I thought it was some fanfic based on Twilight, but someone said it's a self-insert with some other characters. Why is everyone saying, "Oh my gosh"? Don't the song?
I feel like
no, not the Evanescence song. No,
that's what I thought. I was like, what about the song?
No, it's some fanfiction, but it's not official though. But how do people know such like a specific piece of fanfiction?
That's the thing. I'm just like, sometimes I see something and then they're like, "Oh, did she just reference this and that?" I'm just like, what?
It's like, guys,
sorry, I live under a rock.
Same. I live under a rock too. I have to be taught a lot of things.
Sorry, people. I'm living
you
rent
live under
free.
you rent free. Yeah. Or just like Patrick from SpongeBob.
I didn't know we're neighbors.
Yeah. So I'm not scared of fate because I also don't really believe it. I think there's like maybe certain factors that can help, but I don't really believe it right now. Yeah. So the next one, and for people, they are also not too scared of fate. Or at least I think it's because we don't really think about it. Yeah. It's more like an anime concept.
It's like more like a shoujo manga, kind of like, do you believe in fate for you and me to be together?
Like the concept, I can understand why it's scary, but I cannot relate to it immediately unless there's like some giant fate monster right now. So the next one, Stalking. I think it's scary. I do think it's scary. I haven't experienced
I
it.
think
hopefully.
so. Yeah, it's like it kind of goes with what I said before. It's like it doesn't only bother me, but like people around me.
It's true.
So it's like, yeah.
Like I've heard cases where people have been physically stalked. Like you see on the news, like this person they have a restraining order, but restraining orders don't do anything.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like you just get cornered mentally, just like not able to do a lot because you're just like thinking, they'll be around the corner and always watching you. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, I remember there's this one case somewhere. So there's this guy. He shares the same apartment complex with a girl. And this girl seems to really know him. She doesn't actually know him, but she sees him enough that she has developed a emotional attachment to him. And then one day, I think he was just hanging out with a friend. It's not even his girlfriend or anything, but the girl saw this. And he went into the elevator. She was there, and she attacked him with multiple wounds. He managed to live though, but like this guy doesn't even know this girl. So that was pretty crazy. So that's scary.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
It's because like you just don't know that, they exist.
Yeah, that's true. There's no like red light or something.
Yeah. Oh, scary.
For people. Actually, now that I think about it, my papa said he had a stalker before. I remember I was a little kid at this time, so I wasn't aware of what was happening. And my mother, we all went out to some hotel, just like anywhere away from home, to escape the stalker. I don't know what happened since then. I guess it resolved itself, but I remember my papa was really stressed about it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like you don't know what to expect, so it's always like you feel really cornered and like you can't really do much kind of thing.
Yeah. For people, 70% said that they are scared of stalking, which is valid. You never know what they'll do. Yeah, there's like the physical aspect, and then there's also the, I guess, like for people online. I remember there's this case. This is on Catfish, by the way. I like that show. So on Catfish, there was this girl who had a Facebook, and there was this other girl. It's not quite stalking, but I think it's similar enough. She took her name. She used her profile picture. She learned like all these facts about her. She doesn't even know her. She does not personally know this girl. So this person fooled everyone in her school to thinking that this was actually her, and she caused so many problems that a lot of people started kind of bullying that girl that was innocent. And then they unveiled this in Catfish. It's like, who are you? I don't even know you. And it's like, yeah. She's just like, yeah. Wow, that's scary.
Oh, that is scary.
Satsuki said a lot of girls are scared of this, or all girls. Yeah, don't be scary. Kind of random, but I used to have some classes at night, so I would go to the parking lot. Like I'm pretty sure I didn't have any stalker, but just the fear of being out at night, going to a parking lot that not a lot of people are in. It was pretty scary.
That is scary, especially if like, you know, it's like dimly lit, and then you do see that there are people still walking around, like one or two, and then you just happen to be walking the same direction, and you're just like,
yeah. Especially in the city. If the city, you know, has bad vibes, it's like, oh crap.
yeah.
So, stalking pretty scary, and I think a lot of people agree. So for next one, being forgotten. There were some stories for this one, some comments. There was a lot of it, but I think the idea was that you're probably either abandoned or maybe it's related to irrelevancy. I'm not entirely sure which, because there's a lot. Do people fear being forgotten for you guys? Novelites.
Do you know when someone dies? Truly.
So when they die?
It's when they're forgotten.
Oh.
Sorry, One Piece.
No, you're okay.
One Piece.
A second death. Oh, they're there. Your references are great. Sorry.
I don't know. I feel like, well, I think like being remembered and being forgotten are like two sides of the same, like, I guess it's like a double-edged sword to me, because sometimes you want to be forgotten so that you can move on from whatever was done or whatever you're doing, but sometimes, you know, it's just lonely being forgotten. It's just like, oh,
I guess
I wasn't there.
It is situational. Like, it depends on who it is. For example, I guess if you have a bully, you would want to be forgotten by that. Yeah.
No, I want them to remember, so when I take my sweet revenge, they will.
Oh, I see.
I'm kidding.
It's like I became a VTuber just because of you. Oh, Himel from Furin. Oh no. He's never good. He's such a Chad. Let's see. Being forgotten. I think it depends on by who it is or the situation. I personally don't fear it. It's like, okay, then you just like move on with life. But I think it depends on who. For example, if you're in a field trip and then they forgot you, yeah, that would be pretty sad.
It's like you come from like the grocery store. It's like, hey guys, I got some jelly, and then you're just like, where's the bus?
Oh yeah.
Where's the bus?
Yeah.
I don't have my phone. I don't have my wallet. Oh, I have my wallet because I put jellies. I don't have my pack of, other foods. I don't have my friends.
You
Actually,
just have yourself.
one thing that I was scared of when I was a kid, I think some people might also relate, is like being forgotten, or like you lose your family in the supermarket that's like huge. And you're just like, "Mm, where is family? I'm lost in the fish section."
For me, I wander in the toy aisle. Even now, I still go into the toy aisle. but my parents or my mom, she actually did lose me before. Once in Disney, I think Disney World or Disneyland, and then the
Disney.
second, it was like a giant
Yeah?
mall. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I was scared though. I was like, I think I'll be fine.
I think I was scared back in the day when I was little, because I just was unsure like where to go and stuff. And it was like I didn't have a cell phone or anything back then, so I was like,
Oh, true.
I can't find them.
The before times during like
Yeah.
medieval times, you know.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
the ancient times. A lot of
Ancient
people
times.
don't seem to be scared of being forgotten, but probably because it's situational, so you just kind of move on with
yeah.
life. That makes sense. Da-ba-da-da. As someone commented, the fear of being outside. There's people who are scared of that though, actually. So, okay.
Yep.
This
yep,
next
yep,
one.
yep.
You're
Yep.
scared of infestations, like a whole blown out insect infestation.
Yep. For real.
So this one was a lot of people just said that they didn't like cockroaches. They're scared of them, but there's also people just scared of insects. So I decided to one up it. So now it's insect infestation. So this kind of generalizes all the fears of insects. I think I am scared of this too.
It sends shivers on my spine just thinking about it. It's like,
Oh, have you watched those the documentaries where people lived with this and they talked about their time here and like what they were infested
yeah. Or like I see posts where they're like, "Oh, I see like all kinds of like pellets in the house. Like, what is this?" And then someone's just like, "That's termite poop. You should probably get your
Oh.
house checked out." And you're just like, "Oh."
But I
Or,
also
like,
wonder. Huh, go
And
ahead.
when you see, when you see videos from like Australia, and you're just like, there's one where they are like showing this like dark shadow in one corner of the room, and you're just like, what is that? And there's just like, oh, it's just like 50 bajillion spiders in the corner of my house, and they just chilled like filming it. I'm just like, that's no longer my house. If that was my house.
But you know what's scary is like when you're about to buy a new house or you're about to move in, you didn't know these existed, and I think they were supposed to tell you, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's the scary part because you're stuck. Some people don't have the money or the ability to break their, I think the contract is what it's called.
Yeah. That's just scary.
Is there a specific insect that you would hate to be infested with? Out of curiosity, like a specific one or just anything in general?
Honestly, in general, I just don't like the thought of like a lot of small things crawling around in my house. It just gives me shivers.
Have you ever had an insect crawl on you, like a really nasty one, or?
Not in my house.
Mm-hmm.
It was outside. There was like a field trip I had to go to, and then everyone had these little notebooks. And a giant beetle flew into my notebook, and I just threw that notebook like so far. Like, out of everyone, right, just standing with their notebooks out, one decided to fly right into mine, and I'm just like, I tossed it so far.
It's like, I just bought this. I had a cockroach crawl on me once while I was sleeping. It went on my arm. In the middle, despite being asleep, I woke up to it. I was like, what is this little feeling? And I tried swatting it. Thankfully, I didn't touch it. But I shook it off. I shook my arm, and then I laid awake trying to find it and using my skills to kill it.
Like, I've had cockroaches in my house before. Like, Like when I was little, we used to live in like an older apartment and stuff. They had cockroaches, and like we have like my mom used to set out like the things to get rid of them and whatnot. But like I was young, so I didn't really realize. But my mom used to tell me that like at night you could hear them crawl. I'm just like, I hope I never hear it.
Like the little pat pat. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Just
So some ghosts you get like
hear them. You know what's worse? They fly, so you can hear them flying. I'm just like, I don't want to ever hear it. Yeah.
Someone mentioned a cockroach climbed onto you while you were having a meal. You weren't faced by it? I'd be like, get out of here.
I would lose my appetite, like.
I mean, I would still eat.
On the spot. I'd be like,
I want to stop
my
eating.
food has not touched the cockroach, but my taste bud feels that it's tainted, so I can no longer eat it anymore.
Oh, someone mentioned you had a venomous centipede move around your feet fingers. Wait, how do you know it's venomous? Are you like very aware of the types of centipedes there are?
I feel like if you live in an area with centipedes, you should probably be aware.
Like learn their
yeah,
the Kaneki-kens.
I heard even if they're not like venomous or poisonous, venomous, right? Yeah, they hurt a lot when they bite centipedes.
I see. I don't deal with them, but I would take a picture if I see them. So a lot of people do fear insect infestations, which makes sense because you have to live with it.
If there is one, you're just like, okay, I'll get rid of it. But if there's an infestation, that's no longer
that's a
where I
different
live
story.
anymore.
Yeah,
exactly.
That requires a lot more like money and investment to get rid of, assuming you even have that.
Yeah.
So for the next one, people with claustrophobia, the cramped spaces and tight little areas. Are you guys scared of this by any chance?
I think I'm not. I'm actually quite the opposite somewhat. It's
you don't like big
sometimes
spaces?
No, I feel comfortable in small spaces.
Oh, like a coffin, maybe?
I mean, coffin, I'll just be like,
What if it's like a super tiny tunnel that you actually have to get on, I guess like your arms? And you gotta like crawl through it, would that scare you?
I mean, I guess it depends if I would get stuck in it or not. If I gazed it, I would get stuck in it maybe. But
I'm personally not scared of it either. I guess if the walls were actually closing in to the point that I will die, then yeah, I'd be scared. But
I mean,
I'd
be scared of getting crushed, but not the actual space itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For others, 70% say no to not being scared of claustrophobia. And then there's a few who are quite scared of it. I wonder what triggers the fear though. Like, did you guys encounter a small space? Oh, it's the feeling of being crushed for you.
Oh,
so it's like if you're actually physically stuck or the walls close in. I guess that makes sense.
I guess like for me, I just know that I won't go into small spaces that I can't fit in. So it's like, I don't have a fear for it, I guess.
I don't have a fear for it either, but I did stick my head between like these two railways at the stairs and I couldn't get out.
You know, that's always like a question. It's like, how do you get in but have trouble getting out? It's always like a mystery to me.
Good point. Maybe it's because when you stick in, it's your skull and then your ears are last. But then when you're getting out, your ears are the first thing, so it's like harder to squish it in.
Oh.
Could also be the angle, yeah. I just remember my grandmama and my mama, they're like, how did this happen? Like, well, maybe you should have been watching me.
Mistakes have been made. I can no longer move.
But however, I can't blame it on me, you know. I was but a toddler. Someone's scared of wide open spaces. Huh.
I wonder if they're also scared of like open waters.
Are you Ship Rider? By any chance, are you scared of open water too? I think in open water, you'd be kind of just dead. Oh, super tight tunnels. Oh, like the people who who go to abandoned places, maybe.
Oh.
The spelunkers. I like those videos though. Would not like it though. Would not want to be there.
Yeah, same. Especially like, cause you don't know why some of the buildings and stuff were shut down. You know, maybe
It's true.
there was like a toxic, mad scientist experiment or something that you shouldn't go into. Whatnot. You never know.
Also, it might also be like full of people doing bad deals, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta be careful. So for this next one, this one is just like one comment in the sea of them. But this person is scared of porcelain dolls. I actually have a friend who's scared of porcelain dolls. Now that I think about it. Yeah, I think it's because of the uncanny valley, is what they said.
Oh. I don't think I'm scared of them. If anything, I'm intrigued by like their designs and stuff.
Oh. Oh, Shit Fighter, you are scared of open water. Makes sense. So, a lot of people are immediately voting no. Rather than scary, it's creepy. But is it because they look really Victorian? Because we got like ball jointed dolls, like the Asian dolls, which are really cute. But then there's the more possible voodoo looking one where they want a piece of your hair. Or the like Annabelle doll. Annabelle was originally a rag doll though.
I think it's because like it's because they strangely resemble like a human shape, but they're not. So you kind of feel the
like a miniature us.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
What if they move kind of thing.
Oh, I watched this movie where the dolls have souls in it. It was a horror movie though. So the dolls actually wanted to kill their masters for being bad, except this one doll. She realized her master actually loved her. It's like, man, I want to get into porcelain dolls now, and then my doll's gonna love me a lot.
I was about to say Toy Story, but
no, I mean similar concept.
like
Except there's murder.
Last time I checked, there was no violence in Toy Story.
Well, I don't know. There could be. There's that one kid who bullied all his toys.
That's true. And the second thing I thought was Rosa Maiden. I'm just like, well, there was violence, but I don't think they hated their masters.
So we have a comment. Someone grew up with dolls around the house, and you could have sworn that they moved. I'm pretty sure Risa had a similar situation, except she's used to dolls, and she doesn't mind it. Jeremy mentioned that they're scared of dolls and mannequins. I actually want to collect mannequins though, so I could dress it up and put it at like different places in the apartment. And like, okay, this is my maid mannequin, this is my butler one, kind of like an Animal Crossing style.
I feel like if you ever get like, well, I hope it never happens, but if like a robber comes into your house, and they'll be like, nope, and just get out after seeing all the mannequins.
Oh, that's actually a really smart idea, but that would depend on how they would enter, right?
Did you just line them up at the entrance with the red carpet with the?
Well, that's assuming they go through the entrance. So if they go through the windows, should I just have like mannequins everywhere?
Surrounding, yeah. New interior idea.
You know, if I ever have like a bigger place, I'm so collecting some mannequins. Don't stop me.
I think that's good though. I mean, if you run out of like coat hangers, you can just use a mannequin.
That's true. Oh, but okay, so in movies, they have very realistic masks that I think they did that for the Matrix. But now I wonder, like, where can I get one? Because I would put it on a mannequin. It's like, yes, my creations have come to life. All my anime husbandos are real. Oh, mark my words. Perhaps someday.
I'd be scared. I'd be like,
oh, but that's good. That means that this will dissuade you from stealing.
Yeah, but what if I went over to your place, for example, and then in the middle of the night I try to go get some water, and I'm just like, I am alone in this kitchen, but it does not feel like I'm alone. There's like 3 mannequins doing,
well, no, just pretend they're here to serve you. They were sworn to carry your burdens.
They're not scary, but I feel like I'd just be startled at the start. I'll just be like, oh.
Okay, but what if I have a mannequin that looks just like you, Ina? You know, it's like, are you gonna be scared of yourself? You're like, hey,
I think
that's
I'd be scared for a different reason.
and then I also give this mannequin the Ina body pillow, so it's a complete set.
I'd be scared for a different reason.
No, you'll learn to like it eventually. You'll learn to accept it. It'll be okay. It all starts with self-love, Ina.
I wanna go home.
Someone mentioned the island of dolls in Mexico. I actually would be interested in going there, but that's also very far away. So, for those who don't know, the island of dolls, there's a legend that there's this girl who drowned, and her spirit haunts the island there. And to appease that spirit, there's this random person. I'll just call him Billy Bob because I don't know his name. Billy Bob collects a bunch of dolls, hangs it all over the trees, which eventually the island became known as Island of Dolls because of that many dolls. Unfortunately, on the girl's death anniversary, this guy also died and was found in the same river that killed her. So,
The more you know.
Yeah, but I like dolls. A lot of people are not scared of porcelain dolls, which actually kind of surprises me. But that is good, so I can share my dolls in the future. So, the next one. Oh! I saw a few of these. I think I know what the answer is for many people. A lot of people mention that their fear is their favorite, graduating.
Oh, that's the most one-sided poll I've seen.
Oh wow, yeah, that's quite a big jump. Ina, out of curiosity, do you have like maybe like a celebrity or a streamer or like anyone that you really hold high in admiration, and if they were to retire, would that be something that scares you or something?
I don't think that really scares me. For me, if it happens, I would just wish them for, you know, success in whatever they do next, you know?
For me, I've had people that I really liked graduate. Oh, maybe Hello Kitty. So you know, she had videos and everything. She had VTuber vlogs, guys. It's gone. All of it's gone.
No.
I know, it's so sad. It's like I wanted to watch this. I wanted to share it. And look, guys, this is my Hello Witty. So
No.
I don't think it doesn't really scare me, as you say, because like it's just something you have to accept. And if they do go somewhere, you'd be happy to see them there. So
Yeah, I feel like it's just like I wish them well. And it's like the time I spent, you know, really liking them is a fond memory, and it's not like
yeah, it's like you grew up with them essentially.
yeah, it's like I don't want it to end. Like I'm scared for it to end. Like I don't think it's to that extent.
Oh, speaking of it, it's kind of like content creator retirement, like all those goodbye YouTube, or it's been a good ride YouTube and all that stuff. It's kind of like that, but at least for those people, from what I've noticed, they're not quite quitting YouTube to the extent that people would assume so. It's not a completely cut off. They're still gonna be behind the scenes somehow. For example, I think it's a game theory, but that's just a theory. I forgot. Oh no, I forgot his name. Matt Pat. Yeah, I think he's still gonna be around. I fudged up your line. I'm so sorry, by the way.
I think like I understand if there comes to a point, especially as a content creator, where you just want to create stuff instead of being always like out in the front, like
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
out always, you know, being the person on the screen, you know.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
completely
what.
understand.
Yeah, I think that's what happens with for him. He's passing it to a new generation essentially. And I remember I used to watch think it was Cow Chop. It's like, oh, they stopped doing their stuff on the channel. It's like, oh no, I really like seeing them together. They're still around, but not as a group.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like a reminder to just enjoy things as they happen, like in the present, instead of fearing for it to end. Just enjoy it now.
My manager wants to add something to this. Henmama said, "Are you scared of the black text on a white background which writes announcements on Twitter?" I think that's fair. At this point though, I just look at it and first of all, I do hate it when they try to do like a prank out of that, and then they just do like, YOLO, it's just a joke, guys. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna click out of this.
Yeah, I mean, one thing similar to that scares me is when I wake up and I see like 50 messages on Discord. I'm just like, what happened? What happened? That's what I'd be more scared about.
What about the Twitlongers? This isn't one of the lists. I don't remember putting this, but for Twitlongers, do they scare you? I think it's more like it's a headache.
Yeah,
It's a possibility.
Mm.
Yeah. Twitlongers, so they do be scary if you're the one getting it.
That's true.
Yeah. Actually, oh, I should have added this, but like I should have put being falsely accused. That would have been a really good one because it does happen. Yeah,
That's
just in cases where
true.
people have been falsely accused, and they don't get to have their saying until like everything's legally checked. But it's been a while, but the damage has already been done.
Yeah,
It's been like I forgot his name. I don't want to mention it just in case, but like this one guy was falsely accused of something, and then apparently it's just like some kids made it up. It's like they made it up. It's like, wow. Yeah, you could have been sued.
Especially with these days where, you know, social media and stuff is so widespread across like all generations, all ages, and locations and stuff. It's like it's hard to check the source and facts before, you know, people going mama. So
remember, guys, check your sources, and if you really don't like something, just don't add on to the hate. Just I don't know, just be silent, really.
Yeah.
That's right. So this next one, this one was interesting. So I grouped this up. So people mentioned they were scared of having their memory manipulated, but then this also goes in tie with like forgetting things. For example, Alzheimer's. So you're fading memories, or just aging and being unable to remember all the details. Would that scare you? I think Alzheimer's is pretty scary, but
Yeah, I think so too, because like it's just, what should I say? It's like kind of really hard on everyone around you if you don't remember. And yeah, I just feel like if I was in that situation, I wouldn't want to be in that situation. So
Have you seen 50 First Dates out of curiosity?
oh yeah, I did.
That one had the girl with some dementia stuff.
Yeah.
And they try to make it all cutesy. It's like, oh hey, it's okay, I'll still love you. But then it's like it's been a long time. You suddenly have a child now. You have to watch this VHS tape to know that you have a child though, and all that stuff. I guess that would be scary because like you technically
like, if
could
you're in that
fabricate it.
situation, 'cause you won't know that all those things happen, like, and you're just like, what is going on, kind of thing. So,
Yeah. It's kind of
I
like
think that'd be scary.
like people give you your backstory and you can't confirm or deny it. Like, unless there's the video evidence, but people can do the AI videos now, can't they?
Yeah, but it's still scary to think about it.
Yeah, it is pretty scary. I think I'd be more scared of like the people around me getting it. Because if I have it, I'm not gonna know. It's too late for me to be scared of something I'm already getting.
But no, I feel like you'd be scared of like especially like when you snap back and you're just like, where in the world am I? Because like you don't remember what happened beforehand.
the memory
It's just
jumps.
like, yeah, especially like in your dream, you know how you just end up in situations. It's just like that. It's like, but reality, you know, it's just like,
That's true.
where am I?
Oh, there's this guy. I watched a documentary. Gosh, I love his story so much. In a very sad way. It's like I'm rooting for this man. So he has a 15-second memory. What happened was, I think there was an accident, and he now only has the capacity to retain memories of 15 seconds. The one thing that he seems to be able to recall really strongly, though, is his wife. Like, the fact that he loves his wife very much, but it was also very hard on the wife. So, so she did end up kind of like disappearing for a bit, but you know, making sure he's taken care of. But she came back and like, it's like, I'm gonna be here now, my husband, and all this stuff. And he still remembers that, oh, is my wife coming here? It's like, oh, and it's so sad.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just thinking. I was thinking of the documentary. It's like, I'm gonna cry now. Someone has losing the memory is one of the things that genuinely terrifies you a lot, because you'll be losing yourself, said Soren. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like, you know, your memories and experiences what really makes you you. So if you all of a sudden lose that, it's like you can only depend on other people's memories of you. You know, it's like.
But it's also kind of sad. I guess it's like The Witcher. Have you played that game, or do you know much about it?
I've watched the Netflix series.
I've never watched a Netflix thing, but I do know that the main character has amnesia, and he had like a life before it. Like someone, I think he had a romance. Then he was into Yennefer.
Oh.
But then when he gets the amnesia, huh?
He doesn't remember?
I don't think so. That's why when you begin playing as Gerald, as your character, there's this new girl that you can go with. I don't remember her name, but she kind of looks like the girl from Shrek, Fiona.
Fiona.
So, yeah. It's like, oh man, you're not really you anymore, but I don't know if I could blame you too. It's like, oh, it's hard.
Yeah.
Alright, so a lot of people agree with faltering memories. Oh, it's Triss. Oh, okay. That was a Devil May Cry character there. They agree with faltering memories do be scary. Alright, we only have a few more to go. So, let's see what the next one is. Loneliness.
Oh.
Are you scared of the loneliness? I will do the poll here too.
Oh. I don't know if it's a fear. It's just like...
More like just sad?
Yeah. Like sometimes I'm just like... You know, I could really talk to someone.
I think for me...
But then, yeah.
I don't think I'm scared of loneliness by itself, because there's just moments of everything's quiet. But I think it's just a feeling, I suppose. No, even the feeling I'm not scared. But I think I would fear like everyone just dying. So that would be like a very extreme case. Like,
if
yeah,
you're like
I'm
the only
lonely.
one alive on the earth kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I think you could make friends and stuff, or you could find someone to talk to. But if the people that you already know and you're comfortable with, if they just like drop dead out of nowhere, yeah, I'd be scared of that.
Yeah. I'd
Let's
probably build my own Wilson.
Oh.
What else? That movie traumatized me when I was a kid. I was like, man, I don't want to lose like Wilson like that in the storm in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, that's what I never watched the movie, but I do know about it.
Yeah,
so he loses him.
Yeah, and like he tries to. Can I spoil it for you?
Are you guys okay with spoiler? I think this is an old movie, right?
I mean, yeah, it's a pretty well-known older movie.
Okay, I'm seeing it. Oh, no spoilers. Okay, how about we'll do a
close
timer?
your ears.
Yeah, let me get my timer really quick. So, let's can you spoil within 20 seconds, Ina, or is that not enough?
Okay, yeah, that's
okay.
good,
Let's go. Oh crap! Let's go. Go. 20 seconds. Spoil.
So he makes like the raft and he escapes the island, but then he comes across a storm, right? So then he tries to hold on to everything, except like Wilson gets, you know, separated, and he's just like, Wilson!
Oh.
And then yeah.
Out of curiosity, okay, hold up. Another spoiler. Let's get 30 seconds on here. Let me just ask you that. 30 second spoilers, guys. Give me a bit. Is there a happy ending or is it a bad ending? Or is he just like he's good?
It's
he's
a happy
good.
ending. He gets found by the people, and then he gets to go home, and he's
okay.
happy.
How long was he on the island for?
I forget.
Long time, like enough to go crazy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Was it a couple years? I forget.
Oh dang, that's like what was this? Something Crusoe. That's a book too.
7 years. 2 years?
Oh my good
7
god!
years? 3
That's
years?
a long time. I go crazy too.
But years, yeah.
Oh my gosh! All right, no more spoilers. Thank you. You did fantastic with that speed run of spoilers.
Thank you.
EDM said you could be around people and still be alone. Yeah, that makes sense. I've had that too, actually.
Yeah, feeling very disconnected sometimes.
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, everyone has those moments, I feel.
Yeah. For people, they say 59% are not so scared of loneliness, and 42% say that they do be scared of it.
I feel like these days, though, it's like you have to learn to live with the loneliness. Like, you have to learn to embrace it and not fear it as much.
Yeah. Oh, I think, the big C, the Dovid, because YouTube didn't like that word for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That really made or broke a lot of like dynamics between people thinking about it. Yeah.
For me, it was not that apparent because I don't really go outside and interact with people much.
For me, I also had online friends, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah. So it was just normal for me. But I know people who like likes to go out and travel and like actually do stuff outside. It was a lot different for them. It was really hard. So yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if you embrace loneliness, it also helps you be more independent and like less, you know, always dependent on others' actions or opinions. So,
But of course, just like a balance. Like 7 years of not talking to someone, that's a different story.
yeah, balance, of course.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll make this one. Let me see. Oh, let me just look at this. I have no idea which slide this is at this point, but let's Oh wait, was that it? Oh, did we finish it? Oh no. Oh no, there's a lot. Okay. How about let's just go to death. Let's just go to the biggest one. Actually no, that's not so fun. Let's go with aggression. I think aggression's pretty fun.
Aggression.
Yeah. Aggression aimed at you or if you feel it.
I don't fear it, but it's like more of a I'd rather avoid it.
Yeah, like hostility. I think it's intimidating. Like I don't like it. Of course, I don't actively fear it because you don't expect it. But if it's aimed at you, oh boy, I'm about to beat your butt.
Now I know who to bring to a fight.
Yeah, let's go, Ina. We'll take him on. 2 versus however many.
I don't know. It might just be one. But it's like I just don't like when people argue and like fight in general. Like even if they're, I guess like acting to defend me in a way. Like I just don't like to see the people arguing in front of my face. For me, I witnessed a fight before. It was weird. I had no idea what was happening. So I was just walking with a friend in school, and on like the staircase, 2 people just like jumped down and started beating each other up. And then within like 20 seconds, you're like, oh, I might see a man. I was like, what is going on? And they just made out. Not made out, I mean made up. actually like fought, like full out, like they were close friends, and then they like full out, you know, yelling fight, right?
Oh.
And then like I see them still like doing stuff together. Like the next day, I'm just like, are you guys cool?
I am not the type to have friends that I argue with. I think that's super weird. It must be like an issue. So I can't really relate to people who argue with each other a lot, to be honest.
I feel like if like the time that I've like had where it's like situations where I had to argue with someone, like it usually ended up being like, oh, we're not as close friends anymore because we just don't agree to each other, kind of thing. So I'm just like, it was like mind-blowing to me when they were just full out yelling and like fighting, and then like the next day they're still doing stuff. I'm just like, what?
It's a very special type of friendship, I think. I guess it's sort of like a sibling thing. Maybe that's the feel of it.
Sibling.
For me, so I think someone mentioned a debate versus an argument. I think the debate can get heated into an argument, but some people either stop that right before it gets there, or you could have a really friendly debate though. That's the thing. It's all about the tone of how they talk, right?
Yeah, that's true.
If they're supportive, like, yeah, I don't really agree with that, but I could see what you're saying. But then there's people who's like, I don't think this is right. And then they have a very persnickety atmosphere and mannerism to it that you just eat out. You just eat out. Like, I feel like this will go into something that I did not intend or something, but they're gonna twist it. So...
Oh, yeah, I don't really continue the conversation.
Yeah, I don't either. It's like, yeah, this is a lot of work. I'm just gonna eat.
I'm just like, my energy can be used elsewhere. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
It's like, maybe I can finally get rid of the moldy bread. That sort of energy. Alright. A lot of people said no to aggression. Dang, you guys are very not scared, huh? Look at you. Alright, I think that is it for our fears. At least for the ones that I remember. There's a lot. We can go through it some other time.
Yeah.
Ina, thank you for agreeing to look over these many fears with me today.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Got to talk a lot about our internal fears.
Yeah, and I learned a lot about you, so now I know what to do.
I know that I probably won't visit you if you have a mannequin that looks like me with my takimakura.
Oh no, you should find out a motivation to go to like destroy it or something, you know? Like, no, Shiori, no mannequins. Like, but Ina, it's so cute.
I feel like I won't be able to come back home.
No, that will become your new home.
I know. I know, ma.
Yabe.
Yummy.
Is there anything you'd like to promote, Ina? Like any activities or streams you're thinking of doing?
Not much.
Nothing on your Monster Hunter grind, huh?
I think everyone already knows the Monster Hunter grind. It's not an announcement.
How far are you in it actually? Like what
level? I just got to Iceborne.
Oh, you just got to... Hey, that's pretty long, right?
Yeah.
Hey, good job.
Just finished the base game, now the real game starts.
Oh, wait, really? That's the real game? Oh, darn, I did not know. I never reached it. Alright, everyone, thank you for watching us talk about our fears and sharing it with us. Now I know what to use against you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow, and Ina will see you...
Tomorrow?
Yeah! Alright.